Hello everybody in the YouTube world, it is me, Ruth. How are you doing today? So, it is October 1st, and this is the first video for the HCG. If I stutter or anything like that, I apologize in advance. Okay, so again, this is my day one of the HCG diet, and today was actually really good, because I'll explain to you why in a second. Okay, so first product that I will be taking during this diet that I'm starting. First, we have the HCG solution. This is a bottle. It comes in this box. It's the HCG solution, manufactured in the United States by InGen Biotech LLC. This is what it looks like. You shake it well before you use. It's a chocolate mint flavor. It looks disgusting. You take 1 ml of this. After it being open, it's supposed to be refrigerated. This has, you take 2 servings daily with meals. Before your 2 main meals, I'm sorry. So you take 2 doses of this daily before your 2 main meals, which is going to be your lunch and your dinner. I'm taking my B12 still, my B12 complex. This one's by Nature's Bounty. The HCG costs $19.99. I got a discount because of where I work. This, I believe, was at $10. The B12 complex helps with metabolism and gives you an energy supplement. B12 was really awesome. I love it. I ordered me some more, but originally I had got this from one of my viewers, which is a maca root. This has been helping me become more regular on my menstrual. I'm still having a little bit of issues with my menstrual not being completely regulated, but it's getting better. And she had sent me this because I had mentioned in a video before that I probably have to get back on birth control to help me get on a regular cycle again. And she sent me these because it worked for her to get regular without having to take birth control. And the capsule, it's not that bad. Kind of tastes nasty if you go into it too long. And I'm taking folic acid. These pills are not bad at all. Ladies, if you're trying to conceive, it's good to have folic acid in your system already. So I'm taking that. I'm also taking a multivitamin, which I'm out of at the moment, but I'll be taking them again as soon as I get some more multivitamins. So that is what and then I'll be only taking a multivitamin every other day because I am putting, because the B12 complex has vitamins in it already. It has B12, B6, and it has B2. So I got vitamins in that. Folic acid is in multivitamins as well. I think there's the thing in the multivitamins for the maca. So I don't want to over-vitamin myself because that's not good either. So, let's get on to the HCG diet, shall we? Okay, I've done a lot of research with this diet. There's pros and cons to every single diet out there. There's pros and cons to even working out. There's pros and cons to everything in this life. So, that being said, this is going to be a little bit of a long video, so if you're not into watching long videos and Ruth talking forever and ever in a day, then stop now. But if you want to learn a little bit about this, then continue to watch. And please do that. So anyway, hopefully I don't make it too long. So, HCG solution is what I have chosen to go with. HCG was something that the Dr.Simeons had. He's a doctor who kind of sort of discovered the HCG in regards to its benefits to helping lose weight. HCG is basically the hormone, but this is a hormone-free solution, so men can't take this, because HCG is a hormone that women have when they're pregnant to help the placenta, to help with the baby prior to the baby having the placenta. So when the baby is like in its, when the pregnancy is like in its infant stage, I guess you can call it, the baby is only thriving on a yolk sac. HCG is what actually is let out into your body, so your body can allow the baby to absorb your fat that you have stored already into energy for the baby, so the baby can develop. So that's what's basically what the HCG does. So it's basically just like birth control tricks your body to thinking that it's pregnant, ladies. This is tricking, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to trick your body into thinking that it needs to release the HCG hormone to burn the excess body fat. That's basically what it's doing in a nutshell. If you want more information about the extensive information about how it works, I recommend you go online. I have a whole bunch of websites that I'm going to give to you guys, and I'm going to have it at, I'll try to remember to put it in my description below. So it's basically tricking your body. Pros and cons to everything. So I already know that. I've been looking at the pros and cons. So all you negative people who are negative about diets or fads or something like that, because it is kind of a fad diet. It's a controversial diet. I know, so you don't have to worry about me not knowing, but I'm going to be taking care of myself the best way. If I feel in any way at any time during this diet that it's not working for me, that I'm just feeling too off, then I will quit. It's not a big deal. But for now, I figure, what do I got to lose? So, your meals will consist of a 500 maximum per day. I have been reading on some sites that say go ahead and do 1,000 calories. It's just your preference. If you don't think you can do 500 calories a day, then go for the 1,000 calories. The goal for this, which I know people say is really bad, is to lose about a half a pound to a pound a day. Definitely with the definitely with taking the the 1,000 calorie diet route, you're going to be getting you're going to be not seeing as the results as to where you'll see with the 5,000 calorie per day diet. There's a couple of phases in this diet. There's phase 1, which is what I'm on right now, which is called the loading phase. The reason why they call it the loading phase is because you're basically eating whatever you want. You're not changing anything for the first few days because you're kind of preparing your body to start burning all this fat that you're loading onto your body already. I have an abundance of it, so I'm not trying to overdo it. I'm not taking this as a, oh, they're saying I can eat whatever I want, I'm going to go splurge, and I'm not taking it as that. I'm still trying to continue to eat healthy, but the solution is going to, the diet plan itself is going to make me have way healthier meals. So phase 2 is only 2 days, which is your loading phase. Not taking this yet. Phase 3 is when you start taking this. You're going to take this again with your 2 main meals, which is going to be lunch and dinner. It doesn't really say to eat much for breakfast, but what I'm going to do, because it does allow you to have at least a snack or 2 in between meals, I'm going to take one of my snacks as a breakfast, you know, with something to drink. Absolutely no, big no-nos is butter, oil, margarine, butter substitutes, dressings of any kind, soda, beer, wine, Crystal Light, or other flavored drinks. No exceptions is what it says. So basically water and a spritz of lemon is what you're allowed with this, which is fine. For people who are addicted to caffeine, it's going to be hard for you. But one thing that's kind of on a plus side to that, you are allowed to have a decaffeinated tea or decaffeinated coffee with only a tablespoon of milk in it, though, if you have coffee. And milk has a lot of fat in it. So, you're getting about 100 grams in your meals. It's suggested to take 100 grams of a lean protein or meat, which they say would be if they recommend an organic grass-fed beef. I'm doing this on my budget. I can't afford that, so I'm just going to go for the leanest meat that I can get at a relatively good price. The meat market here, down the street from here has a very lean ground beef. So what I figured I'll do on an occasion is maybe make a ground beef roll and wrap it up in some lettuce with some tomato and cucumber and make a low-carb kind of burger with no cheese, just so I can have that hamburger type of feel, but just no bread. So 100 grams is roughly the size of the palm of your hand. I'm going to try to get me a food scale so I can actually weigh it out eventually, but for now I'm just going to go with no bigger than the palm of my hand. It suggests beef, veal, chicken breast, white fish, lobster, crab, or shrimp are the meats that they suggest. If you get tired of eating those kinds of meats, which is actually pretty much any meat that you want, only thing that doesn't say on there is pork. With the beef, if you have like a beef steak, it does say to cut off as much of the extra fat as you can. Being that we're in a society that likes to have extra marbling in meats, obviously you're not going to get the marbling out, but try to go with a meat that's more lean. Then that's fine. It doesn't really say that you can have pork, which is alright. It kind of sucks because I like pork. I'm not a big beef eater, but I like the chicken and fish and lots, so that should be fine. So you're going to go with 100 grams of meat, weighed raw, mind you. You can boil or grill it without any additional fat, so that's why this is no butter, margarine, or anything like that. What I'll be doing, I used to cook my chicken relatively lean before. I would just get about 2 tablespoons of water, throw it in a non-stick pan, and kind of sear it like that with no oil. And it actually still looks like it had oil because chicken has oil in it already, so you're kind of just cooking it in its own oils. So you could do that. You are allowed herbs, like Italian herb seasoning. I found a seasoning that's no sodium, absolutely no sodium, no salt in the seasoning that I found. I'll be able to use that. You can still use pepper, very, very little salt, garlic, minced garlic, so all that stuff's allowed. Onions. So you can still have a relatively flavorful meal. And then with each meal, you're allowed 2 cups of any one type of vegetable. So you can have like a small green salad, spinach, celery, beets, green beans, tomatoes, fennel, onions, red radishes, cucumbers, asparagus, cabbage, etc., etc., etc. 1 breadstick, like a toasted breadstick, like the Italian breadstick that you buy in stores. You can have one of those. It has the suggestion of Mabel toast. I've never heard of it. I'll look into it. And a fruit such as apple, medium-sized to small apple, orange, a handful of strawberries, which is about 6 to 9 strawberries, or half a grapefruit. So you can still have your fruit, which is great. This is going to be for your lunch and dinner. So dinner's going to consist of the same type of stuff. It does suggest you not eating the same type of meat, or trying to have the same meal that you had for lunch, because it's going to get kind of monotonous and mundane of having the same stuff over and over again. So that's why I suggest that you kind of change it up. Preparing your meals ahead of time is highly recommended with this diet. Okay, water consumption. It suggests that you drink about 2 liters of fluid per day. On the site that I'm referring to, it says, because Dr. Simeons actually has a book that I want to get at Barnes & Noble. It says a lot of dieters think that drinking so much water will cause them to retain more water. This is wrong. This is a wrong notation, as the body is more inclined to store water when the intake falls below the normal requirements. The fruit or the breadstick that may be eaten between meals instead of as with your lunch or dinner, but not more than 4 times listed in your lunch or dinner above, maybe eaten in 1 meal. Okay, so you can eat like your breadstick with some water, or your fruit with some water, or whatever, but it's suggesting that you do drink at least 2 liters of water per day, which is easy for me. Okay. Dieters may also are allowed to eat egg, the whites only, but if you do eat those, it says you can have 2 egg whites per 1 whole egg. or with 1 whole egg. So technically you're having 3 eggs, but you're just taking the yolks out of 2. Reason being is that the yolk does contains all the fat and stuff like that, and I think it has the most sodium. If you can find a cottage cheese that is made with skim milk, it is allowable, but only 100 grams. So basically, you'd be substituting your meat for the cottage cheese. If you can find cottage cheese made with skim milk. Okay. It is a very strict diet, so if you're not into having a strict guideline diet, then I wouldn't suggest you doing this. Phase 2 is day 3 through 44, which is eating the very low calorie diet. Once you reach your dietary goals, of course you can go longer if you think you can, it's fine. But once you reach your dietary goals, it recommends you going on to phase 3. Like me, I know I'm not going to lose the 200 pounds that I want to lose by the time day 44 is here. So I'll be in phase 2 for a little while longer. Phase 3 is in maintaining. You gradually increase your vegetables, gradually increase your meat, taking an intake of 1,000 calories, eventually going to a regular 2,000 calorie diet. And it also says after you've reached phase 3 that you can gradually introduce healthy sugars back into your diet and starches into your diet. This suggests that you weigh daily because it is saying that you probably will lose to half a pound to a pound. Some people have been known to lose 2 pounds per day. So, and when you got as much chunk of chunks as I do, then hey, hopefully I'll be on the higher mark of it. So you're just gradually going to start increasing your diet once you reach your weight loss goal. So and this is all the information. The information I'm giving you is from the myhcgsolution.com website. There's plenty of other websites that you can go to. There's a blog of a gentleman who has been blogging while he's been on the HCG diet earlier this year. It's polymath.com. He actually has a couple of pictures of meals that his wife actually made for him. One is a salmon with broccoli and a potato, and another one is just like a stir-fried vegetable dish, which looks delicious. I'll show you guys the pictures of them. That is the salmon, broccoli, and then that's the stir fry. And I mean, that's a lot of food. I mean, people think, oh wow, I can't do 500 calories a day. That's one meal. So that's going to be about 200 calories right there. Each meal is going to consist of about 200 calories a day, and then so I mean that's a good meal. So you're gonna probably, people say that they felt starving when they first started this diet because they're so used to consuming so much more than what's necessary for our bodies to survive. So polymath.com is a blog. He actually has other blogs on there from other diets that he has tried. He said that so far, from what I read, he's enjoyed the HCG diet, and his blog was in July of this year. Another website that has a lot of information is and they actually have a solution on this site that you can actually purchase as well. The solutions on this site are goshly expensive. I can't afford the solutions they have on here. If you can, then by all means, go for it. But it has some information. It has a couple of videos on here as well. The website is the official HCGdietplan.com. Again, I'll leave links to this in the description below. And then there is the HCGdietinfo.com. It has a whole bunch of information on here. I have put in recipes, so I haven't really found the recipes on here yet. Sorry about that. So yeah, I haven't really put I haven't really looked in on this a whole lot on this site. I've been trying to find the recipes on this site, and now I see the actual link now that I'm looking. But it does have a lot of information on the first page, so I recommend you just doing as much research as you can. There is another website that's called HCGDiet.org, and it has HCG Diet recipes link that you can click on as well if you want to see what kind of foods you can eat on this diet. It's gonna be a challenge for me. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be probably difficult for me in the beginning, but hopefully once I start doing this and get into the scheme of it all, then I'll be able to be successful in it. I have nothing to lose but this weight, so I haven't weighed in yet. I'm not going to weigh in until the 3rd when I actually start taking the solution itself. I need to put this back in the refrigerator. It's got to stay refrigerated, which is fine for me. I can leave it here at home because I'm not going to take it in the morning. I'm going to take it in the afternoon, evening with my meals. And I work early in the morning and get off at 10:30, so by the time I get home, I can take this with lunch and then dinner. So, I'm gonna have more time. I have more time to myself. Grandma's not here; she's in a nursing home, so I'm able to do this. It's gonna be a little easier for me to actually prepare my meals and stuff like that. So, we'll see how it goes. I have at least 44 days that I'm going to be on this for sure, and see what happens. So hopefully I get results that I want to see. That I've seen a lot of testimonials on this that have been amazing, and there's this one lady on YouTube that's been taking HCG, and I looked at her very first video and her video that she posted recently, and she looks amazing. I mean, she looks incredible, and I was like, wow. I was just like, this works. This seems like it really works. The controversy is, oh, well, it works because you're eating slow calories, but you're still burning about 2,000 calories per day because, like I said, this tricks your body into start letting those calories be burnt that's stored in your body already, just like it would if you were expecting for the ladies. But it's hormone-free, so men can take this too. This was also featured on Dr. Oz, which is another reason why I had looked into it. Because I like Dr. Oz's show. He's very informative, and he never really seems like he's going to give into a diet that he doesn't think would be beneficial. He did list pros and cons. There is a video on YouTube that you can go look for the Dr. Oz special on the HCG diet. There's a gentleman on there who I think he lost like 60 pounds while on it. So, of course, the results vary from people to people. Hopefully, I see the results that I've seen in other people. So, hopefully, everything works. So, there's a lot of hope. So, anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I know I talked kind of fast. I know I rambled. If you have any questions or suggestions for me during this process, then please don't be afraid to leave a comment below. Thank you for liking and subscribing my videos. For those of you who do, and commenting means a whole lot to me. Thank you for your love and support. And here we go. Here goes another diet, and here goes another opportunity to try to lose this weight and to share it with you guys. And hopefully it motivates you guys and then continues to motivate me, because if I see the results that I want to see with this, that I am going to be so happy. And hopefully you guys will be happy for me too. So anyway, guys, thank you again. I appreciate all your love and support. I said that already, but I really do. It means a whole lot to me. Thank you again for watching. Love you guys. Keep a smile on your face, and I'll talk to you soon. Mwah. Deuces. Peace out. Bye.